Yes, tell us all what you see. What do you see? What do you see? Tell us what is right, what is wrong, what is art, what is vision. We welcome you to A Blind Guy's View.
Hey folks, I am back and better than ever. And on this episode, we are taking a look at should you watch 2017's My Little Pony. But first, let's do some housekeeping here, pay our bills and all that. This video is sponsored by one of my books, of course. Now, I don't know if this is going to show up as backwards on your screen. It shows up as backwards on my screen. But it is the epic book of Idioms, which covers 125 of the most popular idioms, where they came from, how they're used, and what they mean, with some fun artwork in it that I produced myself. And so that's the sponsor of this video. And so I'm changing things up a little bit. What we're going to do is I'm producing a video that is inside of my video that explains the movie that we're looking at and some of the cast and directors and things like that. Since I don't see well, I figured that would probably help in the quality because I don't have to do it all from memory that way. And so I'm going to transition over to that little video there, and then we'll talk about exactly what I think about the movie. But I wanted to do a couple more of these children's movies because I have kids. And once you start having kids and you have like a little girl, movies like this start mattering a lot more is what I've realized. And there's certain ones that I like sitting down and watching. There's certain ones that I don't even think I would sit and watch, and there's certain ones that I don't let her sit and watch. So is this one worth watching? 2017's My Little Pony. Let's take a look at what it's all about, and then I'll give you my thoughts on the other side.
My Little Pony friendship is magic to the big screen, expanding Equestria's world with new characters, lands, and an epic adventure. Set between seasons 7 and 8, the story follows Twilight Sparkle and her friends as they seek allies beyond their borders to stop the villainous Storm King. Much like the TV series, the movie steered clear of any progressive political messages, focusing instead on timeless themes of friendship, loyalty, and perseverance. This commitment to heartwarming storytelling helped solidify its appeal across generations of fans. Most of the original voice cast returned, including Tara Strong as Twilight Sparkle, Ashley Ball as Rainbow Dash and Applejack, and Tabitha St. Germain as Rarity. Andrea Libman, a favorite of A Blind Guy's View, once again brought Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy to life with her signature charm and versatile performance. But the true standout was Emily Blunt, who completely shows off in this film, delivering a fierce and emotional performance as Tempest Shadow. Not only does she give the character an intense presence, but she also sings Open Up Your Eyes, a powerhouse villain song that cements her as even more legendary in the eyes of A Blind Guy's View. Critics gave the film mixed to positive reviews. Fans praised the animation, music, and Emily Blunt's performance, particularly the depth given to Tempest Shadow. The transition from the show's flash animation to a richer, more detailed style was a highlight. However, some found the story predictable and targeted solely at younger audiences. Despite this, the film performed well at the box office, earning over $60 million worldwide on a $6.5 million budget. One of the more memorable details was Tempest Shadow's real name, Fizzlepop Berry Twist, a humorous contrast to her serious personality. The film also marked the first traditional animated My Little Pony movie since 1986. Sia's inclusion was another fun addition, as her character mirrored her real-life style, complete with her signature hair covering her eyes. While the film didn't break new ground in animated storytelling, it delivered a visually stunning, heartfelt adventure that delighted fans of the franchise.
Okay, so you can probably tell from that write-up that I like the movie. I do think this is one of the better little animated movies I've seen in a while. Came out in 2017. I think that's a little bit, so it's probably made, most likely most of it was made in 2016. And so it's a little bit before Hollywood all lost their minds. And I think you can see that in this movie. They stuck to just telling the story. Like I said, they did bring back almost all the original cast, which is awesome because it's a very talented voice cast. And my absolute favorite's Andrea, that does Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy. If you've ever seen her do them both, she actually just reads them straight up, doesn't do one and then the other. She'll read right through the script and do them. So I think I've got a funny video of her doing that at a conference right now.
What if Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy are talking to each other? I don't know, Fluttershy, what do you want to do? I just want to be with the animals. I want to have some fun. I'm kind of busy right now, Pinkie. No, let's play!
And so I've always viewed this My Little Pony, the newer My Little Pony series, which is the Friendship is Magic series, that I think had 8 seasons. I've always viewed it as one of those series that they're targeted towards a young audience, but they also realize that a lot of the times parents are watching it too. And so there's a lot of little things in there that I think are really funny that little kids wouldn't understand. They're not like, it's not usually like adult humor, but it's something that's just more sophisticated humor that's thrown in there just for adults. And so I've always appreciated it for that. And that carries over into the movie. It's got quite a few little lines that I think are just funny. Like when the big ship comes down and crushes one of the little balloons that they've made for the party. One of the guys says, "Oh, like Brian," like he's named the balloon Brian. A little kid's not going to pick up on that, but it's funny for an adult to watch things like that. The little minion character, he's always talking about food and he thinks that sponge cake is one word and things like that. So I just think that it's a funny, it's a funny attempt, but it's also a good faith attempt to try to make it entertaining for parents too. I feel like the movie maybe is backed off a little bit of that. And so it might be intended more for younger audiences solely, but I still did think some things in it were funny. The story is fairly linear. I mean, it's a kid's movie. We're not expecting, Memento or something like that from a kid's movie. So I don't hold that against it at all. I know a lot of people have, but actually, in all honesty, besides the original cast, which does a really great job, Emily Blunt carries this movie. She's a favorite of the channel because she's so honest about how just silly and ridiculous the strong female lead has become in Hollywood. And she's really pushed back on that, which takes a lot of courage being a female because it could hurt her career. But so far, it doesn't seem like it has. So we give her mad props for doing that. And so anything with Emily Blunt in it, we are supporters and fans of here at A Blind Guy's View because she's courageous. And she does a fantastic job in this movie. She plays Tempest, which is one of the bad unicorns that has actually lost her horn. And she's trying to get it back. And she actually sings a song and does really well with that. And so she's one of the best parts of this movie. And there's nothing really wrong with the movie. There's nothing really that I would change in the movie. So I would say if you have little girls or my little boy as well, who's 3 right now, this is one of his favorite movies too. And so if you have either, they seem to like it. And he's a little brony. So and that's one thing that's really cool about My Little Pony is it's not necessarily targeted just at girls. It's got things in it that little boys like as well. So I definitely recommend it to check it out. We've got a couple more things. We're going to give you guys a little sneak peek at my upcoming novel. Some of the artwork for my upcoming novel that should be out in the next 2 months or so. I've been working on it for about a year, actually, and it's getting close. And so it should show up over here right now. A little sneak peek at the new novel, which takes a little bit of a different approach to the female lead. And I hope you guys will be ready for that when it comes out. So as always, the links to my books are in the description. I gave you guys a little preview of one of them. That really helps support the channel, makes it so I can do these because I'm not monetized on YouTube yet. If you would like to see that happen, subscribe down below, like the video, all that stuff. It does really help out. Comments, I always engage in the comments. I will always comment back when you post a comment, even if it's not the most friendly comment, which I've had a couple of those. I'll try to keep it as respectful as possible, and I'll always engage with you guys because you guys are the reason we do this. And so additionally, I'm officially now an LLC, and I can provide graphic design, videography, advanced computer analysis, those types of things for businesses, for your channel, for your website. If you get a hold of me just using the email in the description, we can set something up. I try to keep my rates very affordable because I'm just starting off, but I can help you guys out for sure. So until I see you on the next episode of A Blind Guy's View, go check out My Little Pony, the movie, and I'll see you on the next episode. Laters on the Menjay.
Latest on the Menjay.
Ships on bigger on the waves are skimming barren summits to the verdant plains. Each horizon is a new beginning.